Most people have no idea that the white, crusty buildup choke in their faucets, shower heads, and water heater is slowly costing them hundreds of dollars a year in wasted water, lost efficiency, and premature replacements. But here is the good news. A single gallon of plain white distilled vinegar, 5% acidity, costs about $3. And it dissolves limescale on contact because that mineral buildup is alkaline and vinegar neutralizes it instantly. After 3 decades of fixing plumbing problems, I can tell you that most of those expensive service calls start with scale that nobody bothered to clean. Today, I am walking you through 15 genius vinegar tricks that protect every fixture and appliance in your home. Stick around for number 12 because it is one most people have never heard of. And the bonus tip at the end will make every single trick on this list work twice as fast. The first vinegar trick on our list is descaling a tankless water heater. And this one alone can save you the most money of anything we will cover today. If you own a tankless unit, you probably already know that manufacturers recommend a professional descaling service once a year. That service typically runs $150 or more. And in hard water areas, some companies push for every 6 months. Here is what they are actually doing. They connect a small submersible pump to the unit's isolation valves using 2 washing machine hoses. Drop the pump into a 5-gallon bucket filled with about 4 gallons of plain white vinegar and circulate that vinegar through the heat exchanger for 45 minutes to an hour. That is it. The vinegar dissolves the calcium and lime deposits inside the exchanger. The dirty vinegar drains back into the bucket, and they flush it with clean water. You can buy a basic descaling pump kit for around $60 to $80, and it pays for itself after a single use. The vinegar itself costs maybe $12 for 4 gallons. Once you have the kit, every future descaling costs you just the price of vinegar. Over 10 years, that is easily over $1,000 saved. Without regular descaling, your tankless unit loses efficiency, works harder, runs longer, and eventually throws an error code that sends you scrambling for a technician. This one trick keeps it running like new. The second trick is the overnight showerhead bag soak. And this is probably the most well-known vinegar trick for good reason. When your shower starts spraying sideways or the pressure feels weak, the problem is almost always mineral scale clogging the tiny nozzle holes. You do not need to remove the shower head. Just fill a plastic bag, a sandwich bag or small grocery bag works fine, about halfway, with undiluted white vinegar. Pull it up over the shower head so the face is completely submerged and secure it with a rubber band around the neck of the shower arm. Let it sit overnight, at least 8 hours. In the morning, remove the bag, turn the shower on full blast for 30 seconds to flush out the loosened deposits, and use an old toothbrush to gently scrub any remaining residue off the nozzle face. You will see water shooting straight and strong from holes that were completely blocked the night before. A new shower head costs $15 to $40, and a plumber visit to diagnose weak shower pressure can run $200 or more. This trick costs pennies and takes about 2 minutes of actual hands-on time. The third trick on the list is soaking faucet aerators to fix what most people think is low water pressure. This is one of the most commonly misdiagnosed plumbing complaints I have seen in 30 years. Homeowners call a plumber saying their kitchen or bathroom faucet has lost pressure, and the real culprit is a tiny screen at the tip of the spout called the aerator. Minerals collect on that fine mesh and gradually choke the flow. Unscrew the aerator by hand or with pliers wrapped in a cloth to protect the finish. Drop it into a cup of straight white vinegar and let it soak for anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours, depending on how heavy the buildup is. You will actually see the vinegar fizzing as it attacks the scale. After soaking, scrub it gently with a toothbrush, rinse it, and thread it back on. The flow will come back immediately. Replacement aerators only cost a few dollars, but the plumber visit people's schedule because they think something is wrong with their water line can easily cost $150 to $300. Knowing this trick means you never make that unnecessary call. By the way, if this advice is helping, it's a small sample from my new book, 100 Old House Fixes That Save You Thousands. It shows old house fixes that can help you avoid expensive repair bills. To grab your copy, scan the QR code on screen, or use the first link in the description. All right, let's continue. The fourth vinegar trick is cleaning the toilet rim jets through the overflow tube, and this one restores flush power that you probably did not even realize you had lost. Underneath the rim of your toilet bowl, there are small angled holes called rim jets. Over time, mineral scale slowly clogs them, and your flush gets weaker and weaker. Most people blame the flapper or the fill valve, but the rim jets are often the real problem. Here is how you fix it. Take the tank lid off and locate the overflow tube. That is the tall open pipe in the center of the tank. Carefully pour about 2 cups of white vinegar directly into that tube. The vinegar flows down into the channel that feeds the rim jets and sits there dissolving the scale. Do this at night before bed and let it work overnight. Do not flush until morning. When you flush the next day, you should notice a visibly stronger swirl and better bowl clearing. For stubborn buildup, you can repeat this 2 or 3 nights in a row. A plumber visit to diagnose a weak flush often runs $150 or more, and sometimes they recommend replacing the entire toilet when a few cups of vinegar would have solved it. The fifth trick is using vinegar to free seized shut-off valves and hose threads, and this is one that can genuinely prevent a plumbing emergency. Those little oval-handled shut-off valves under your sinks and behind your toilets are supposed to turn easily so you can shut off the water in an emergency. But if they have not been touched in years, mineral deposits can lock them solid. Forcing a seized valve can snap the stem and send water spraying everywhere. Instead, soak a rag in undiluted vinegar and wrap it tightly around the valve body and stem. Keep it wet for several hours, re-wetting the rag as needed. The vinegar will dissolve the mineral crust and free the valve so it turns smoothly. The same approach works on garden hose threads and supply line connections that are frozen with scale. An emergency call for a snap shut-off valve, especially on a weekend, can easily cost $300 to $500. This $3 trick prevents that disaster entirely. The sixth trick on our list is dissolving hard water rings in the toilet bowl. And if you live in an area with hard water, you have probably been fighting this battle for years. That stubborn brown or white ring at the waterline is mineral scale, and no amount of regular toilet bowl cleaner will touch it. Pour about 2 cups of white vinegar into the bowl and let it sit for several hours or overnight. For the ring right at the waterline, soak paper towels in vinegar and press them against the ring so the vinegar stays in direct contact with the deposits. After soaking, scrub with a stiff toilet brush and you will see the ring break apart. For extremely heavy buildup, You can lower the water level in the bowl first by turning off the supply valve and flushing once. This exposes the ring fully and lets the vinegar work undiluted. People spend $20 to $30 on specialty pumice stones and chemical cleaners that still require heavy scrubbing. Vinegar does the work for you while you sleep. The seventh trick is the soaked cloth wrap for fixture bases and spouts where vinegar simply will not stay put on its own. Mineral crust loves to build up around the base of faucets, where the spout meets the body, and around handles. You cannot exactly submerge these in a cup. The solution is to soak old washcloths or thick paper towels in straight vinegar, then wrap them tightly around the crusty area. Cover the wrap loosely with plastic wrap or a small plastic bag to keep it from drying out. Leave it for 2 to 4 hours or overnight for heavy buildup. When you remove the wrap, the scale will be soft enough to wipe away with a cloth. This is also the perfect method for shower arms, tub spouts, and any fixture surface where gravity works against you. One important caution here: do not use this method on natural stone surfaces like marble or granite. Vinegar will etch and permanently damage natural stone. For everything else, though, this trick keeps fixtures looking new and prevents the kind of corrosion that leads to leaks. The eighth trick is removing mineral crust from sink sprayers. And this one fixes a problem that drives people crazy in the kitchen. When your pull down or side sprayer starts shooting water in random directions or loses its spray pattern, scale is almost always the cause. Unscrew the sprayer head if possible and soak it in a bowl of undiluted vinegar for 1 to 2 hours. If the sprayer head does not unscrew, use the bag method just like we did with the shower head. Rubber band a vinegar-filled bag over the sprayer face and let it soak. After soaking, use a toothpick or needle to clear any remaining deposits from individual spray holes. Rinse thoroughly and reattach. Replacement sprayer heads cost $20 to $50, and a new faucet with sprayer can run $150 to $300 installed. Regular vinegar soaks every few months. Keep the spray pattern perfect indefinitely. The ninth vinegar trick is running a hot vinegar cycle through your washing machine, and this protects an appliance that costs $500 to over $1,000 to replace. Scale builds up inside the drum, the detergent dispenser, the pump, and the internal hoses where you cannot see it. This reduces cleaning performance and creates a musty smell that transfers to your clothes. For a top loader, pour 4 cups of white vinegar directly into the drum. Set the machine to the hottest and longest cycle and let it run empty. For a front loader, pour 2 cups of vinegar into the detergent dispenser and run an empty hot cycle. Some front loaders have a dedicated clean cycle, and that works perfectly. Do this once a month in hard water areas, or every 2 to 3 months in areas with moderate water hardness. The vinegar dissolves scale, kills mildew, and cleans residue from every internal surface the water touches. Appliance repair technicians charge $150 to $250 just to diagnose a washing machine problem. Keeping yours clean with vinegar extends its life by years. The 10th trick on our list is the dishwasher descaling cycle with a cup of vinegar on the top rack. Place a dishwasher safe cup or bowl filled with about 1 cup of white vinegar upright on the top rack. Run the dishwasher empty on the hottest cycle available. As the machine runs, the vinegar gradually spills out and mixes with the wash water, descaling the spray arms, the heating element, the interior walls, and the drain passages. This removes the white film that hard water leaves on everything inside the machine and improves drying performance because a clean heating element works more efficiently. Do this once a month. A dishwasher repair call averages $150 to $200, and a new dishwasher installed runs $500 to $800. Monthly vinegar cycles help yours last its full 15 to 20-year lifespan. The 11th trick is cleaning the toilet tank interior, and most homeowners have never even looked inside their tank. Lift the lid, and you will probably see mineral deposits on the flapper, the fill valve, the flush valve, and the tank walls. These deposits are the number one cause of running toilets because they prevent the flapper from sealing properly. Turn off the water supply behind the toilet. Flush to empty most of the tank. Then pour white vinegar in until it covers all the internal components. Let it sit for at least 4 hours or overnight. Scrub the components gently with a brush. Turn the water back on and flush several times to rinse. This single trick can fix a running toilet that is silently wasting 50 or more gallons of water per day. That wasted water adds up to real money on your utility bill. A plumber visit for a running toilet typically costs $100 to $200. Vinegar and patience often solve it for free. The 12th trick is ice and vinegar cubes for the garbage disposal. And this is the one I promised you would want to hear. Fill an ice cube tray with white vinegar instead of water and freeze it. Drop 8 to 10 vinegar ice cubes into the disposal, then run it with cold water for about 30 seconds. The ice does two things. It knocks loose any buildup clinging to the impeller blades and the grinding chamber walls. And as it melts, the vinegar deodorizes and descales at the same time. The cold actually helps the vinegar cubes stay in contact with the surfaces longer instead of washing straight down the drain. Do this every 2 weeks to keep your disposal smelling clean and running efficiently. Disposal replacements cost $150 to $300 installed. This trick keeps yours working for years longer. The 13th trick is deodorizing smelly drains, and this one solves a problem that makes people think something is seriously wrong with their plumbing. That rotten egg or musty smell coming from a sink or shower drain is usually caused by bacteria feeding on organic buildup inside the drain pipe. Pour 1/2 cup of baking soda down the drain first. Then follow it with 1 cup of white vinegar. You will get a satisfying fizz as the two react. Let it work for 30 minutes, then flush with hot water. The combination loosens organic gunk while the vinegar neutralizes odor causing bacteria. For ongoing prevention, pour a cup of straight vinegar down each drain once a week. This is far safer for your pipes than chemical drain cleaners, which can damage older metal pipes and deteriorate rubber gaskets over time. The 14th trick is cleaning calcium deposits off tile and glass surfaces around your plumbing fixtures. Those white hazy spots on your shower glass, tile walls, and backsplash behind the kitchen sink are mineral deposits from splash water. Fill a spray bottle with equal parts white vinegar and warm water. Spray it generously on the affected surfaces. Let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes, then wipe with a non-abrasive cloth. For heavy buildup on glass shower doors, use undiluted vinegar and let it sit longer. Remember, never use vinegar on natural stone tile. Marble, granite, travertine, and limestone will etch permanently. For ceramic, porcelain, and standard glass, though, vinegar is the safest and most effective cleaner available. Professional cleaning services charge $100 to $200 to deep clean a shower. Your spray bottle of vinegar costs about 50 cents to fill. The 15th and final trick on our list is heating your vinegar before using it to dramatically increase its dissolving speed. Warm vinegar works roughly twice as fast as room temperature vinegar on mineral scale. Heat it in the microwave or on the stove until it is very warm but not boiling. You want it around 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Then apply it using any of the methods we have already covered: the bag soak, the cloth wrap, the direct pour, or the spray bottle. The heat opens up the pore structure of the mineral deposits and lets the acetic acid penetrate deeper and faster. This means a job that took overnight can sometimes be done in 2 to 4 hours. One critical safety note: never mix vinegar with bleach. The combination creates toxic chlorine gas, which is extremely dangerous. Vinegar and bleach should never be in the same bucket, spray bottle, or even used back to back on the same surface without thorough rinsing in between. Stick with vinegar alone and let heat be your accelerator. And now for the bonus tip that professional plumbers swear by. If you want to get even more power out of your vinegar, make a paste by mixing 2 tablespoons of plain white vinegar with enough baking soda to create a thick, spreadable consistency, almost like toothpaste. Apply this paste directly to stubborn mineral deposits on faucet bases, valve handles, or any surface where liquid vinegar runs off too quickly to work. The paste clings to vertical and overhead surfaces and stays in contact with the scale far longer than liquid alone. Cover it with plastic wrap and leave it for 2 to 4 hours. When you come back, the hardened scale will wipe away like chalk dust. This paste method is especially useful for tight spots around fixture bases where even a soaked cloth is hard to wrap properly. It costs virtually nothing, uses ingredients you already have, and tackles the kind of crusty buildup that makes people think they need to replace the whole fixture. One $5 bottle of baking soda and one $3 gallon of vinegar give you enough paste to clean every fixture in your entire house. Before you go, I want you to know about my new book, 100 Old House Fixes That Save You Thousands. It shows practical fixes for older homes so you can stop guessing and avoid expensive repair bills. Just scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description to get your copy. Thanks for watching.